Welcome to our channel. Are you struggling with compulsive eating habits that leave you feeling out of control and unhappy? If so, you're not alone. Many people struggle with food cravings and the urge to overeat, but there are ways to break free from these destructive patterns. In this video, we'll explore some of the reasons why we turn to food when we're stressed or emotional, and share some practical tips for stopping compulsive eating habits for good. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Understanding the root causes of compulsive eating. Compulsive eating can be driven by a variety of factors, including emotional, physiological, and environmental triggers. One of the first steps in stopping compulsive eating habits is to understand why we turn to food in the first place. Emotional triggers are often at the root of compulsive eating habits. Many people turn to food as a way to cope with stress, anxiety, boredom, or other difficult emotions. Eating can be a way to temporarily numb feelings of sadness, anger, or loneliness. It can also serve as a form of self-soothing, providing a sense of comfort and security. Physiological triggers can also play a role in compulsive eating habits. For example, when we're hungry or our blood sugar levels drop, our bodies may crave sugary or fatty foods as a way to quickly boost energy levels. Hormonal imbalances can also contribute to food cravings, particularly during certain times of the month for women. Environmental triggers are another factor to consider. This might include the availability of certain foods, the presence of other people eating, or even the time of day. For example, someone who habitually snacks while watching TV in the evening may find it difficult to resist the urge to eat even when they're not hungry. Mindful eating. Mindful eating is a practice that involves paying attention to our food, our bodies, and our environment during meals. It can help us become more aware of our eating habits and make more conscious choices about what and how we eat. One of the key components of mindful eating is paying attention to our hunger and fullness cues. Instead of eating on autopilot or ignoring our body's signals, we can tune in to when we're hungry and when we're satisfied. This might involve taking a few deep breaths before eating to calm our minds and bodies, or pausing mid-meal to check in with our hunger levels. Mindful eating can also involve paying attention to our emotions and thoughts during meals. We can notice any feelings of guilt or shame that arise around food and practice self-compassion and acceptance instead. By being present and non-judgmental during meals, we can break free from the cycle of emotional eating and start to make more conscious choices about what we eat. Practicing mindful eating can be challenging at first, particularly if we're used to eating quickly or distractedly. However, with time and practice, it can become a natural and enjoyable part of our daily routine. Some tips for practicing mindful eating include: 1. Eating without distractions, such as TV or smartphones. 2. Taking time to appreciate the appearance and aroma of our food. 3. Chewing slowly and thoroughly. 4. Pausing mid-meal to check in with our hunger and fullness levels. 5. Noticing any thoughts or emotions that arise during meals, without judgment. Developing healthy coping mechanisms. Developing healthy coping mechanisms is an important aspect of stopping compulsive eating habits. Instead of turning to food as a way to cope with difficult emotions, we can explore other ways of managing stress and anxiety. One effective coping mechanism is exercise. Physical activity can help release endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, and reduce feelings of stress and anxiety. Exercise can also provide a sense of accomplishment and boost self-esteem, which can be particularly helpful for those struggling with emotional eating. Meditation and mindfulness practices can also help develop healthy coping mechanisms. These practices involve paying attention to the present moment and cultivating a sense of calm and relaxation. By learning to manage our thoughts and emotions in a non-judgmental way, we can reduce the urge to turn to food as a way of coping. Talking to a friend or therapist can also be an effective way of managing difficult emotions. By sharing our feelings with someone we trust, we can gain a fresh perspective and receive support and validation. A therapist can also provide tools and strategies for managing stress and anxiety and help us work through any underlying emotional issues that may be contributing to compulsive eating habits. Engaging in a creative hobby, such as painting, writing, or playing music, can also be a healthy way of coping with difficult emotions. These activities can provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment, as well as a distraction from stress and anxiety. Planning. Planning is an important strategy for stopping compulsive eating habits. When we have a plan in place, we are more likely to make healthy choices and resist the temptation to overeat. One effective way of planning is meal prepping. This involves preparing meals in advance, such as on the weekend, so that we have healthy and balanced options readily available throughout the week. Meal prepping can help save time and reduce stress around mealtimes, as well as help us avoid reaching for less healthy options when we're short on time. Another aspect of planning ahead is making a grocery list. By planning out our meals for the week and making a list of the ingredients we need, we can avoid impulse buys and ensure that we have all the ingredients we need to make healthy and balanced meals. This can also help save money, as we are less likely to purchase unnecessary or unhealthy items. Setting aside healthy snacks is another important aspect of planning. By having healthy options readily available, such as pre-cut vegetables, fruit, or nuts, we can avoid reaching for less healthy options when we're feeling hungry or stressed. Having healthy snacks on hand can also help prevent overeating at mealtimes, as we are less likely to feel overly hungry or deprived. Finding support. Finding support is an important part of stopping compulsive eating habits. Breaking free from unhealthy eating patterns can be challenging, and having a support system in place can provide encouragement and accountability and help us stay on track with our goals. One way to find support is to join a support group. Support groups provide a safe and non-judgmental space for individuals to share their experiences, challenges, and successes with others who are going through similar struggles. This can be particularly helpful for those who feel isolated or alone in their struggles with compulsive eating. Working with a therapist can also be an effective way of finding support. A therapist can help us identify the root causes of our compulsive eating habits and provide strategies for managing difficult emotions and developing healthy coping mechanisms. A therapist can also provide encouragement and accountability, as well as a safe space to explore our thoughts and feelings. Simply reaching out to friends and family for encouragement can also be a powerful form of support. Talking to loved ones about our struggles and goals can help us feel supported and validated, as well as provide a sense of accountability. Loved ones can also provide practical support, such as joining us in healthy activities or providing healthy meal options. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more tips and strategies for living a healthy and fulfilling life. Together, we can overcome compulsive eating habits and create a healthier, happier future for ourselves. Thank you for watching.